Matt to me have always been, in my eyes, the perfect couple. But the story of how they met is far from romantic. Being their daughter, I've listened to this story many times at family gatherings and dinner parties. From the story, I've learned that we can meet the most important people of our lives in the most unexpected ways, and that even the most uncomfortable beginnings can evolve into something wonderful. It started in a hot, stuffy classroom of my mom's statistics class, where she sat a few rows away from my dad. Statistics was never my mom's best subject, and she was looking for someone to tutor her. She noticed that my dad always seemed to know what he was doing because he carried himself in this professorial, dignified way, and the professor even addressed him as Mr. Wolf, while everyone else was just called by their first name. One day there was construction outside the classroom, and it was far too loud for anyone to concentrate, so the professor let the class out early. My mom decided she would use the opportunity to talk to my dad and ask him out for coffee. She approached his desk and said, "Hi, my name is Gina. What's your name?" And then after, "Hey, would you like to grab some coffee with me?" He looked back, stunned and speechless. Looking around the classroom, he noticed that everyone was waiting on his response and not packing up like they should have been. Turning back, he recomposed himself and looked at her and said, "No." The students who had lingered in the classroom started to giggle at my mom's expense. His cold, blunt rejection came as a shock to her as well, and she felt a mixture of anger and humiliation, realizing that everyone in the class had witnessed it as well. Seeing the drama had passed, the rest of the class shuffled out, still whispering to each other about what had just transpired. Once they were alone, he turned to her earnestly and said, "Wait, yes, I would like to have coffee. I just don't have my wallet right now. Can I go run back and get it?" He went on to explain that during their date, he would have been embarrassed to go out and not have been able to offer to pay for coffee, or at least to act gentlemanly in that manner. He was afraid my mom would judge him and not want to go out with him again. While this was not an ideal How I Met Your Mother type of story, it's not what defined my parents' relationship. Their story is one that's still being told. While beginnings can be awkward and sometimes uncomfortable, it's important to stay open to them because you never know what will come from them. Thank you.